Hey YouTubers, Xander here, and welcome back to Slime Rancher. So, this isn't probably going to be a very long video by any means. I'll try and drag it on for as long as possible. Wink wink, nudge nudge, probably won't. But I wanted to showcase something that unfortunately is done and over with now, and I meant to do this video earlier, but unfortunately something kind of arose that basically didn't put me in a mood. A very good mood for a couple of days. But anyways, that aside, we're on the main menu because I have actually been working on a new file. I've been doing this in some spare time because as soon as I discovered that this event was happening, I decided to make a new file because I knew it would be rather difficult to take advantage of this event on the old file. So as you can see, we're only at day like 33. However, we've got a lot of discovery. Holy shoot, that's a lot of discoveries. I don't know how many discoveries there are total, but... And so we're only at day 33, but we got already a decent amount of cash here. But so let's just hop on in, I guess should be the main thing. So I was using the strats from the 5-day challenge to kind of speed things along. And honestly, I'm very far in this game. In this file, I should say. The only areas that I'm really lacking are the slime science. I'm really behind on that, and obviously, as a result, the pods. I haven't really gone for pods much, but I'm already done with the wilds. I actually just finished that yesterday. I got all the Kukadoba fruit I would need for that. I've got a very similar setup. Obviously, you can see that there's not, because of this whole slime science thing, there's not a whole lot of stuff out here. I haven't been collecting a lot of the resources for long. But money-wise, I'm doing absolutely fantastic. I'm already, and without exactly spoiling anything, I want to head back up to my home. Like with the 7Z reward, oh, I guess I could just look in the upper left-hand corner. I'm already at 22 onto 23. So I'm like very far with that. So I guess I'll just give a quick tour. I've again got my refinery link there, the market links over there. We got 4 things set up, 6, and then a 7th one over there. So we actually have 7. I actually have been taking advantage of pink because there's now an even number of slimes. I now have a pink mosaic, quantum tabbies, of course the usual rad crystals and boom rocks. Up here we got some honey hunters and some phosphor sabers, and then dervish tangle over in that corner. Obviously, for when these guys are hungry, they can potentially just grab food from there. Over there we got what, four plant garden things to match those 4 over there. There's absolutely nothing at the beach except for some puddle slimes that I haven't been collecting for I don't even know how many days. They're just there. A few more bit of food here growing. I plan on reorganizing my gardens at some point soonish so that, because I think I have 2 of every single plant that I need, but it's just very disorganized right now. I should be putting them together. So here I got storage, and as you can see, I've been hanging on to all the spicy tofu I've collected. So that's a thing. If we hop on over here, again, it's going to be just all gardens and nothing else. So, however, I do have my teleporter system set up a little bit differently in this one. So as we can see, I've got 3 here, and technically I will be making a 4th one there as soon as I get the resources for it. I just need 1 more silky sand, and then I can set up the butterscotch teleporter that I want to set up in the moss blanket. So we have this one, which basically leads right to there. So it's not, it seems kind of unnecessary, but we got the pumps there. But by doing it this way, it actually allows me to kind of poof over to this side of the ranch without having to go too far if I'm already over here. Whereas before, I remember having a teleporter to lead from here to the other side, whereas with this I can kind of 2 birds 1 stone sort of deal. This one goes to the indigo quarry. This is kind of halfway towards all the puddle slimes. Honestly, this could probably be just where I keep puddle slimes for whatever reason. Now that I think about it. And I got 2 drills going over here, obviously. So, right now I don't have the butterscotch teleporter, but once I do, that'll lead to, I haven't exactly decided where. Currently, my aviaries are at the bottom of the log that you fall into to reach the moss blanket. But I might move that deeper in once I find a nice spot where I can set up like 2 aviaries and the teleporter, all in nice, convenient spots. The previous spot was kind of for me, just because I had to jump up and down. And then here we have a glass desert teleport, which is pretty much the same. And then we got 1 of each setup. So basically, I'm just kind of waiting on you, or is it you? Whichever one drops the silky sand. It's got 4 minutes. So that's it for this. As for the other teleporters, I did have an interesting discovery. And it's really freaking minor, but there's 4 spots right here. So I was thinking I could set up the other teleporters here that would lead to other places of significance. Say the, well, maybe. Probably not, because honestly, anything that I'd want to make, yeah, like there's so many spots right here that if there was anywhere else I really wanted to teleport to, I guess I could set them up here. The only spots I can really think of would be the ancient ruins for a echo catcher. I mean, I can't even really think of anywhere else that I'd want to go. I guess eventually, whenever that Mochi Miles thing gets implemented, that would be a place to set up. So I guess we could think about that in the long run. I mean, I guess there's always the possibility of making another teleporter further into the ancient ruin or the glass desert. But basically, the main point of showing all this off is because and you probably already caught glimpses out of the corner of your eye. I was trying to not show it, but between I think it was December 20th and New Year's Day, every day there was a different item that would appear in every single crate, but it would only be for that one day. And they were ornaments. And so the first day was a specific slime. It was the pink slime. Then the second day was another slime, and then they went through all the types of slimes. And then I think for maybe like a week or so after the event, you could randomly get all ornaments from all crates, but it would always be 1 ornament per crate. There was also a very small chance every day that you would get 1 of 3 rare ones, which were tar, gold, and lucky slimes. So obviously I was taking advantage of it, and I created a new file. Unfortunately, when I found out about this, I made the new file on the 2nd day. So I completely missed the pink slimes. But here's my arrangement. So they're actually in an order. So unfortunately, pink slimes would kind of like offset it, but as you can see, I managed to get 1 pink slime. Hello! Managed to get him, or it, whatever, in the week after the event. But I've got this organized, so you can see the very first day I played all the phosphor ornaments I managed to get, and I managed to get 1 single tar. I the tabby slimes, and unfortunately, this is where this will is what causes an issue a little bit later down the line. But you see all these tabby ornaments and then another tar again. Then boom slimes are significantly less. And then the same goes further with the rads and the honeys and the quantums and the hunters and the portals. You get the blush and everything, and the dervish and the tangle and the mosaic. And I actually managed to find a gold one on the day of the tangles. So obviously there was these two massive ones, and then they dwindle so much. And the reason for that is that basically the crates weren't like respawning or anything. So I did all this work with the tabbies on the tabby day, which would have been the third day, so probably the 23rd of December. And then I just, because I collected all the crates from the new areas, and I did, when you finish off a Gordo, you get 3 crates from it, which meant 3 ornaments. So I finished off a ton of Gordos on this tabby day, and obviously on the phosphor day, that there just weren't enough Gordos to go around to really get a whole lot of the other days. I think I basically, once I realized my mistake, I made sure to only do 1 Gordo per day. I would actually only play for a couple of minutes just to get enough food to feed the Gordo, save in front of the Gordo, so then wait the next day, pop it, and then basically do rinse, wash, repeat. I want to say for the mosaic slime, I actually had to use a Gordo snare in order just to get that. So, yeah, which is a real shame because mosaics are one of my favorites just because they're so pretty. But, yeah, so I just thought that was a really cool thing, and so I kind of did it all nice and neat and organized. I was going to just kind of do it up like this, but I realized that after that point, they started, like, shooting out upside down. It was kind of wrong and weird. So, yeah. That was basically it. As you can see, I have 3 keys. I already went through the safe, the blah 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 blah. One of the safes, the end game safes that are after at the end of the hunter trail. So that was the one that I went through. The one that has like just a ton of gold slimes just kind of pop out of nowhere. And I actually brought food with me this time to shoot them all, and I made sure that I didn't do it until I had the true shot thing that made him drop 3. I ended up getting like almost 50 gold plorts with it, and it was like, yeah, it was like 100 more. It was actually like 525 each, so I made pretty good bank off of it. But again, waiting on the slime science thing so that way I can open up the purple pods and just other pods in general. But depending on how I continue on with the game, probably just because I like these so much, this might be the file that we'll continue from now on. So when it comes time for, say, the Moshi Miles update, this will be the file that we continue on from, and hopefully by then I'll have basically everything unlocked and ready to go. Perfect. Like right here, I can screw you too. Didn't realize I already gone through 3. It is a bit of a pain, unfortunately, that the glass desert one is the farthest away from the refinery. In hindsight, that's a pretty poor placement because you get something rare from all 3 of them. So you have to make lots of trips. Well, I guess it's a minimum of 2 trips. So that's a lot of pepper jam. That's cool. So actually, with this, I can make the butterscotch teleporter. Woo! Oh, I didn't get... Okay, that's why. I was trying to figure out something that I could do with the warp depots, but I still haven't figured anything out with those yet. So... I guess we'll just set up the butterscotch teleporter real quick and then end it off. Like I said, there's not a whole lot to this one. I just really wanted to show off the ornaments. But yeah, since I missed the pink one, I only got one of those, which is kind of sad. But had I actually started it on the new file, everything would have been shifted, and I actually would have probably had a really hard time getting mosaics, like at all, because I would have needed 2 snares for that. And like I said, my science wasn't very far along, so getting the like okay. So just having like the proper Gordos and whatnot in the science to make another snare and get it to succeed and all that kind of stuff just Again, trying to find a nice spot. I don't know if I want to do it up here or over here, I should say. I wonder what it's like further down the line. What about here? 2. Okay. Something tells me that this area is really going to lack as well. Yeah. See, I'm only seeing like 2. 2. I want 3. So the funny thing is that I didn't play for a couple of days. But when I finally came back after the event was over and whatnot, everything respawned. Like, all the crates respawned, and I was just like, God, blast it all. What about here? We got 2. Again, just 2. I need 3. So I guess we will probably have to do it in the main area over here, just like before, unless... Now, see, that seems a little too far off the beaten trail. Yeah. Okay, so what if I put the 2 there, and then I had the teleporter set up around here somewhere? Or, like, down there. That might be a bit more efficient. What about over here? We got, like, a thing there. Oh, that's kind of nice. Having those 2, like, directly next to each other is really good. But again, there's just... It's too high of an elevation for my liking. So I guess what we'll do is we'll just plop the butterscotch teleporter here. Boom. And there we go. And of course the reason why I did it in such a weird way was so I was getting the colors to kind of match as well. Which I think it did a pretty decent job. Like the pinks is kind of for like the basic area of the game. The blues for the indigo quarry, and then the white or gray or whatever one it is for the glass desert. So as you can see, unfortunately my pumps and all that stuff are kind of desynced in terms of like how many cycles they have, but hopefully I'll just be making those tier 4 after this, and by that point it won't even matter. So no, I needed to get these ones. I was like, wait, what? That's a lot of indigonium. Cool. So yeah, that's how that system works, and I think it's pretty nice. And another thing too is, like I said, I was copying from my yeah, I know you guys are actually, yeah, I only realized yesterday that I did not have 2 Q-berry plants, or two Q-berry gardens set up, and unfortunately, one, even though it's fully upgraded, is not enough to sustain 10 hybrids. Because that's what I did. I was taking a leaflet out of the 5-day rush and having 10 of each hybrid. And let me tell you, holy crap, was the beginning of the game difficult as heck to keep them all fed. Like, I want to say, like, my quantums kept escaping. Like, I had a quantum that just, like, escaped me 2 or 3 times. Or was that in the 5-day challenge? I can't remember. There we go. 76 Q-berries. This'll keep them fed for about 5 minutes. Hi, guys. Here you go. Here you go. Okay. We'll just put the other 50 in there. But yeah, so again, my main focus is slime science right now. Again, the wilds are done. I don't have, like, let's put it this way. With my setup, I have no use for, I don't have Oddkin's Retreat. I have nothing set up there. I was thinking I could possibly do farms, but maybe. I don't know. We'll see. The beach I'm not using at all. I mean, I got my puddle slimes down there, but I'm not even worrying about fire slimes. Honestly, I don't see fire slimes as worth it. They're just a huge pain in the butt. The only thing I could see them is that as I would need their plorts for some sort of like decorative stuff, which screw that. I'm not really focusing on decorative this time. But yeah. And then honestly, like the grotto and the overgrowth are, I think that's what they're called, are both just food basically. And so is the freaking slime science lab. So yeah, but again, I have no idea when the Mochi Miles update is supposed to come out, and I don't even know if the devs have even hinted at when it could possibly be coming out. But when that comes out, we'll obviously be continuing the series, hopefully from this file, which will be basically as caught up as the old one. But, yeah. So something I was actually thinking about, too, though, is, like, I've been, again, this is basically the series is going back on the shelf until that time. So the only one that's going is Subnautica, and I've mentioned streaming before, and one of the things I thought would be kind of fun to stream is actually 5-day challenges. See just how rich can I get, and it'd be cool if there was like chat to kind of give me hints as to, okay, that's a waste of time. Don't even try doing anything related to that. Focus on this instead, etc., etc. So I thought that'd be kind of cool. So yeah, again, short. Well, I actually. Not that short. I managed to stretch it on longer than I thought I could. Okay. I was expecting it to be like 15 minutes. And that was like pushing it. But I apparently can talk a lot. Surprise, surprise. Anyways. Hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I guess I'll see you next time.